Hi fundraising family, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to review another virtual gala for you. Thank you so much for the great feedback on my first video. If you haven't watched that one, I'm going to link it down in the description box. Before we get started, I am going to ask you that if you have found these videos even remotely a teeny tiny bit helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. I am trying to put out as much free information as possible during this crazy COVID time so that your nonprofit can make a smart, educated decision about if you should put on a virtual gala. And the way that I get validation from you guys is through subscribes and thumbs up. And this is not a sales pitch. I am not trying to get you to hire me. Half of the content out there is just hire me, hire me, hire me. I just want you to be educated as a nonprofit leader or board member. Just gonna ask once, please subscribe. The button is down below. It's red, it's free, doesn't cost anything. Okay, let's review the video. All right, so I have just simply gone to YouTube. I have typed in virtual gala and now I am filtering by this week because I wanna do a recent gala. I wanna see something that happened this week. That undid my filter. So I'm gonna do the first one that comes out. This is the Make-A-Wish Kinetic. Actually, let's do this Taproot Theater Company. So I'm gonna click right here. I have already started watching this. I've been watching a lot of galas and let's get into it. I gotta rewind. All right, we're starting from the beginning.
Okay, so the gala is Saturday and we're still in social distancing mode. We need a new plan. No triple door, no food.
It sounds like we need to go with...
Okay, so, by the way, my hair is a mess. I'm in quarantine. What do you want from me? Okay, so the first thing that obviously springs out at me is that they're acting, they're doing this on Zoom, but the thing that really bothers me is the gentleman with the headphones on. I detest when people film themselves with headphones on. Sure, the audio quality is better, but it just looks so bad because what we're used to and what we associate headphones with in our brain is people that are not paying attention. Because when you see people at the gym or watching their phones in the airport, is they all have headphones on. So even though he's recording for better sound, my brain still thinks he's doing something else. I don't love that. Also, this is Zoom. The quality isn't great. You can see it's a little pixelated. The sound quality is a little computery. It's fine, but I don't love it. I don't love Zoom for recording. Even though I do it sometimes, I don't love it. I also, as we move forward with this, I want you to watch the people who are not speaking. I want you to watch their faces. They're gonna look, I assume, pretty blank and pretty deadpan. And that's not what we want in a gala because it encourages us to feel that way at home. But look, I am only 49 seconds into their video and let's keep watching.
The virtual gala plan after all.
Right. Nikki and her team have worked out logistics to do a live stream that makes giving for supporters easy the night of the gala. But what do we do about the entertainment? We're a theater. How do we give donors and supporters the amazing luck?
All right, I love that they're acting. I love they have a bit here. Glasses guy, clearly reading. You can tell because his eyes keep slanting over this way. That's fine. They're all sitting down, but here's a nitpick for me as I watch more and more galas. I think you should present standing up. There is just more energy in standing up. I'm sitting down, but I create a lot of video content, so I'm used to like being in it from my seat. Look at these two people's faces. Look at guy number one with the headphones is smiling. The other two are looking kind of like, meh. I know they're acting, I don't love it. Also, the backgrounds are distracting. If you can, film in front of something simple and plain. I'll just leave it at that. Let's keep going.
Live gala experience they're used to when everyone's watching from home.
Well, I have an idea. You know all the great things we've been doing with the past galas at the Triple...
Did you hear that right there? That was typical of Zoom audio, but it doesn't sound great on YouTube and it's not gonna sound great on Facebook. They could have easily done this. They could have each individually filmed at home with their iPhone, and it could have been put together seamlessly and beautifully into a video. They did it the very easy way, which was use Zoom or video conferencing. The results are mixed for me. Let's keep going.
Door, songs, actors, hosts, road company scenes, studio kids singing.
Oh yeah, how could I forget it? It's all I could think about right now.
Okay, there was a really cute transition. They went from play acting into obviously a pre-recorded something, but let's see what it is. Obviously they're like dreaming about going back to the Taproot Theater. I think it's super cute.
Scott, are you still there?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, this is really cute. I was born in the 80s. I'm a sucker for a musical montage. I liked it. Could it have been done a little bit better? Sure, but I'm into it.
Oh yeah, those old galas were great.
Well, we take all those same elements that you love and we put them...
Okay. Let's just call the guy with the yellow background guy 1, the guy with the bookshelves guy 2, and the lady's just the lady. Notice, I'm gonna scroll back for you a little bit. The guy number 1 touched his face, which then made guy number 2 touch his face and look all disappointed and sad. And I know that they're acting, but when you watch somebody, your body mimics what they do. So if you go like this on the screen, guess who's gonna do that at home? Your viewers and your donors. I know you're acting. Let's try not to do that on a virtual gala.
We take all those same elements that you love
It's
and we put
distracting.
them on a live stream the night of the gala.
Wait. How do we get all the stuff from the clip reel that we just saw that was rolling in Scott's head into...
Again, he's reading and his eyes are not on that camera. He should have taken a little bit of time, memorized it, and shot it sentence by sentence. It would have looked a lot better.
one live stream?
Technology.
Okay, I'm listening.
We've got Zoom, Skype, YouTube, smartphones, Facebook, iPads, websites.
Yeah.
Artists have been doing performances, concerts, poetry, talk shows, all from wherever it is they are while sheltering at home.
Did you see Colbert's show live from his bathtub?
Oh yeah, I like it, yeah.
Me too, but the gala...
I think this bit has gone on too long. We're 2 minutes in. I get what they're doing here. It should have been tighter and crisper. We're 2 minutes in. We are fighting for eyeballs' attention right now with virtual galas, and a 2 to 3 minute intro discussing that you are going to have a virtual gala in the video virtual gala that everyone's watching. It's just a little too lengthy. I'm gonna skip ahead and let's get to something else. All right, I'm already into this. I like that it's high energy. I like the way it looks. It's very graphically pleasing. If you can notice, everybody is shooting themselves from the same place. It's like bust up. Everyone is looking at the camera. I think they're about to sing, which is why they have one headphone in. It's gonna be like their monitor. And this is very acceptable these days. If you're gonna be singing, you can totally have your headphones in. This is a theater company. It has got my juices flowing. I'm ready to stand up and dance. Let's see how good it is.
You can never know what it's like. You learn like winter freezes just like ice. And there's a cold, lonely light that shines from you. You'll wind up like the wreck you hide behind the mask you use.
And did you think a smoke could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste for love in a simple way.
I'm so into this, but I hate this woman filming in her car. A lot of people think filming in their car is great because the sound is better, and while that's true, but it looks like she filmed this video, the woman in the car, on like a rush or as an afterthought. Whereas the woman over here in the yellow t-shirt is clearly prepared. So I don't really understand why this woman's in her car. I don't love it. It looks unprofessional, but you know, it sounds good.
You need to know why I'm still standing.
You just fade away. Well, don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after.
I really like this. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. It's super cute. I like the message they're putting out here. I'm still standing. I think the arts are gonna have a tough time in the coming year. It's a great message to put out there. We're still standing. I'm gonna skip ahead and let's get to the next part.
Okay, that might work.
That could be fun. What's next then?
Well, most years we've had a board member or staff member welcome people to the gala before dinner, but we could do that after the opening song, a welcome to our event thing to thank people for attending. We could see if Larry Bjork, the chairman of our board, could do a quick welcome. We could even cut to a Zoom call with all of our board members waving and saying hi like they do at the Triple Door.
Yes, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. My name...
Okay, the gag is up for me. I get that they're like making a farce of their virtual gala, and it was funny for the first 2 minutes, but just like own it. Own that you're having a virtual gala, and let's be professional about it. Okay, let's talk about this transition. The transition could have been a lot smoother, and when you're doing video, you have to be very clear about what's coming next. So I think they should have said, and next, please welcome Larry Bjorn, whatever his last name is. The other thing that I can see just from where I paused this video is Larry is shooting the video from the middle of his neck, from his trachea up. It's a little close. It's a little too much for me. I think that you as a nonprofit, if you are going to be asking people to film things from home, set a list of standards. Use an iPhone, film horizontal, use the back camera, because it's the better camera. Like on my iPhone, this camera is better than this camera. So shoot this yourself this way. Shoot from the chest up or the bust up. Make sure you're not looking down in the whatever your standards are, send out some standards so that it all has some continuity and feel like it would feel real. Okay, let's see what Larry has to say.
My name is Larry Bjork, and I'm the board chair for Taproot Theater. And on behalf of the board, I'd like to welcome you to our first ever virtual gala. And thank you for being with us wherever you might be this evening. In years past, we have all enjoyed a wonderful dinner at the...
For those of you at home who may be thinking that I'm tearing this Taproot Theater company gala apart, that is not what I am intending to do. I am not connected to this organization, and I'm really into this gala so far. What I'm trying to do with my comments and nitpicking it apart is helping your organization learn, helping you think about it through a different lens. So Larry is doing a good job, but Larry is reading, which means he's scripted, which is great because we know what he's gonna say, but Larry is concentrating too hard on reading his script and not enough on connecting with the audience over video. And I can see that because his eyes are not looking at the camera. They're looking at some Word document on his computer. And that's hard for me. It's a tiny nitpick, but it's hard. Let's keep going.
Triple Door, and we're waiting for the start of the show.
Oh, so the show has like not started yet. Okay, they did not make that clear. I'm gonna fast forward through Larry. I'm sure he has lots of nice things to say. Let's just move through it.
I just think it would be real.
The show, and thank you again for being with us tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
So there is a clip of their board call of everyone saying thank you. It's cute. I don't love it. I don't think this is necessary. Very cute, very homey feeling. I would skip this.
Nice idea, but again, how are we going to get all this coordinated?
I just think it would be really fun to see the board. They've been so great at helping us get through this tough time.
So okay, we'll have a song, we'll welcome everyone and thank them, but don't we need a host or somebody to anchor the evening? Or
Well, we've done a lot of different formats in the past, but my favorites have been when we've had characters from our hit plays act as hosts.
We had Jeeves and Bertie one year, and some characters from the Explorers Club.
Originally, I was hoping we'd have some of the ladies from Steel Magnolias be at the gala. I had this idea for a sketch where they talked about the importance of Taproot's main stage.
Yeah, see, that would never work now. Steel Magnolias was set in the late 1980s, and I mean, how could we justify them being on Zoom? That kind of modern technology didn't exist back then.
Couldn't we just ask the audience?
Okay, this is my last time harping on it. This skit is getting old and taking too long. When we're on video, we need to move from one piece of our gala to the next. We are already 8 minutes into this event and we're still doing like skits and singing songs, which is fun, but the energy just died after that first song. The pace needs to pick up and we need to move things along a little bit. Let's keep going.
Is to suspend their disbelief.
Okay, so that was some transition. I assume we're going into Steel Magnolias, but they could have made it a little more clear, like, here are the ladies from Steel Magnolias. You have to really pay attention in this gala, and in the world we live in, you may be watching the virtual gala on your iPad while surfing the internet on your mobile device, or vice versa. I won't talk about it again, but it should be noted.
Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Weezer and Nell, are you there?
Hello, Trudy? Is that you?
Okay, so this is like multi-layer skit. This is the ladies of Steel Magnolias doing a skit on Zoom in character, which is confusing for multiple reasons, but let's see how it plays out. My guess is this is gonna be it's gonna be too long, this segment.
I can see you right here on my color TV.
I can see you too.
When my grandson Steve said that he could wire up his camcorder to my VCR, into my TV, and then into my phone so that we could see and talk to each other, I thought it was just something out of Star Trek.
Or the Jetsons.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so they did some sort of overlay here to make it look like 1980s TV, but if I was not paying attention enough to catch the drift that these were the Steel Magnolia characters zooming for the very first time via their 1980s TVs, I would think there was something wrong with my computer screen. I do think it's really cute. I adore Steel Magnolias, and let's give these ladies some credit. They are dressed appropriately and they are acting the part and they are not reading their lines. You get them, ladies.
Ma'am.
Hello? And Nell, is that you? Yes.
Well, how do you do? I guess this is what they call a party line.
I don't understand how we're doing this or why. We all live in the same neighborhood in Louisiana in 1988. Hush now. It's called a comedic premise. Just go with it. Now.
Okay, so they addressed the absurdity of the scene, which I like.
The good folks up there at Taproot Theater in Seattle, Washington asked us if we could help them out.
Help out a theater? Why? Everyone knows that I don't see plays because I can nap at home for free. I don't see movies because they're all trash and full of naked people. And I don't read.
I hope this is not their fun to need ask. I'm gonna watch it through. If it's nothing that I have to comment on, I'll leave it out of the video.
Now watch this, everyone.
It was a very clear and smooth transition.
Taproot Theater's main stage productions annually serve over 37,000 patrons. In our home in North Seattle, audiences from around the Pacific Northwest are entertained, inspired, and challenged with musical and straight plays, comedies.
This is their mission video. I don't know if it's new or old, but it's looking great. I'm gonna skip it. I don't think I'm gonna have any comments on their mission video. Let's move forward. Again, I watched that whole thing off screen, their mission video. They needed a banner, how to give, on the bottom.
Can't we just have like a nice graphic with the name of the sponsors on the screen? While some of us says something like, thanks to all of our sponsors and our table hosts for helping us with this event.
I'm over this gag. We're 15 minutes in. I don't know how I'm gonna watch 47 minutes of this gag. But my guess is that their donors are older and seniors, and they probably know their donors, and their donors are probably eating this like cream with a spoon. I mean, they are probably thinking this is the best thing since sliced bread. And quite honestly, my mom and my grandma, they would love this. For me, as a 38-year-old, the gag is up. But these three, they're doing a great job kind of playing it up and playing to their talents, which is acting and humor. And I like that they're making light of a hard situation.
And supporting us through this tough time. Can we keep it simple?
Okay, it's easy, but boring.
Thanks to all of our sponsors and our table hosts for helping us with this event and supporting us through this tough time.
Nailed it.
Nice and easy way to thank your sponsors. I do think the text was a little small and they could have left it up there for a little bit longer, but all in all, good job. Ooh.
Great job, Mark.
Thanks. So what's next?
The road company. Now, because of social distancing and the school being closed, the road company had to stop touring in March. But what if we could get them all back together to talk briefly about the impact of their touring, then show some clips of the work they do?
That sounds great. No one knows more about the work they do in schools with bullying, conflict resolution, and friend-making issues than the road company members themselves.
Exactly. I can email them and see if they can do it.
Okay, and I'll see if I can find some road company footage.
Hope and courage. I messed that up. We just I messed that up. I love that. Yeah, I would say takeaway from Road Company, and I think this is reflected in A, that we do a show and then have a talk back, and B, that the subject matter of the shows try to mirror what's going on in their life. I think my takeaway is that
Let's just pause right on this screen. Who looks engaged out of these 5 people? A nobody. They all look bored. Real bored. And by the way, most of them are in bad lighting. Let's see. Let's go one by one. Top left with the red shirt, reading from a screen, not even looking at the camera, and my number one pet peeve, wearing headphones. Girl in the middle. I'm looking at the messiest bookshelf I've ever seen in my life, and I'm a mess. I'm a messy person. Bad idea. Pick a different background. Girl on the end, next to some curly sticks, is in terrible lighting, and quite honestly, she looks sad. She don't look excited to be on this gala. Lower bottom, lady in the blue, looks like she is pretending to be interested, but would secretly rather be watching Netflix. And on the end with the green, somebody, I'm basically about to look up his nose. This is my most hated video position, where someone places the camera underneath their face so I can see everything unflattering about them. This is why I don't love Zoom, especially for virtual galas. It is incredibly hard to look engaged when someone else is talking when you're on camera. That's why at galas, everyone faces the same way. So we don't have to look at each other being like... Anyways, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. This should have been filmed individually. Or it should have been a voiceover laid over some nice pictures. But this This is killing me. Taproot, you're so creative. This is not creative.
All right, I found some road company footage, but bad news. Some of it is really old, so I'm going to have to convert it from 8mm videotape, from VHS, from MPEG 2 to MP4. I'll have to record a voiceover. Then that's going to take me at least a week to
As long as we have it by Saturday.
But
What about the acting studio? Sometimes we have studio students perform at the gala.
We can still do that. I'll ask Lindsay to gather some students. Ginny can direct them.
I want to call your attention to a couple things. We're at 22 minutes into a 47 minute gala. So we're about halfway through. We're about halfway through. They haven't like officially asked for money yet. And one of the trends we're seeing in virtual galas is there's a big drop off after 15 to 20 minutes. So let's assume they started off with 100 people. By about the 10-minute mark, they would have 75 people. By the 15-minute mark, they'd have 50 people. And by the 20-minute mark, they might have like 25 to 30 people who are sitting there watching the whole thing. I think that's tough. And so 22 minutes in without having an ask, I think they're doing themselves a disservice. The other thing I want to call your attention to is the total number of views, 286 views. This was streamed on Sunday, or went live on Sunday, and it could have been viewed on other platforms like Facebook. Maybe they had a private streaming service. 286 views is decent in a couple days. I actually think it's quite good for 91 subscribers, but I'm just disappointed they haven't asked for money yet. I'm hoping that's coming soon because that's what I really want to see.
And they could sing together on Zoom.
this is all.
Yes, New York, it's really us, Barnaby and Cornelius.
All the guests of Mr. Hackle are feeling great and look spectacular.
What a knack there is to not acting like a born aristocrat.
All right, I like that they're having young performers. I like that they're all individually filmed, not on Zoom. However, only one of them is really catching my eye and is being engaging on camera, and that's the young man with the bow tie. He's really acting and going for it, and unfortunately on camera, you really gotta ham it up. You can't just sing like you're in the theater. You can't emote the same way. You really have to bring the energy up, and this young man in the green bow tie is doing exactly that. I wish they would have reviewed the footage and told the other three young people, hey, bump it up. I don't know if they're allowed to drink Red Bull, but like that's how much more energy they need. I'm gonna fast forward through this and I wanna find the ask. Please let this be at 25 minutes in.
Taproot Theater's acting studio provides a nurturing, safe environment for theater artists of all ages and experience levels, from adventures in drama for the younger set to advanced musical theater.
This is another mission video of another one of their programs. I'm not gonna comment on the content of the video, but what I wanna show you is this video is not actually a video. It's just photos with a music laid down under it and some really great voiceover. And if you're having a hard time making a new mission video, this is perfectly acceptable. This looks great and it sounds great and it's very clear and concise. I think they did a phenomenal job here if this is new or if they're old in repurposing it. Let's find the ask.
For teens, the acting studio responds to a need.
All right. I think we're good to go with all the entertainment for the gala.
Agreed.
But what about the rest of the evening? I mean, we're trying to make it a shorter gala, but Scott, you usually make at least some remarks and do some PowerPoint. And is that something you want to do from your basement still?
I could, but I would probably put on a suit and tie and at least dress like it's the gala.
Aha. At least from the waist up. I mean, shorts are okay down below the camera line.
How's this?
Nice.
Yeah?
I could introduce you, maybe like...
Karen, well, you want to, don't you want to put on something nice to kind of match what Scott's doing there with the whole dress up?
I did. Please welcome Taproot Theater's co-founder and producing artistic director.
This is just a little confusing. Now they're like officially starting the gala and changing their clothes. I liked the original gag. If they were gonna do this, they should have done this in minute like 3, not on minute 27. I'm done talking about the gag. We all know I'm over it.
Director.
So their artistic director just talked for 7 minutes, and now their new artistic director is speaking for a couple minutes, and now I see the ask, what I've been waiting for.
The webpage you're using to view this content provides a link here to keep the video going uninterrupted as you donate.
Okay, so they're showing what web page they're using. They're using some Classy software. Classy is like it's a back-end donation platform. They streamed this through Classy and then probably posted it on YouTube or streamed it in multiple locations. This is also where they took donations. I'm surprised there hasn't been more information about donating previous to 37 minutes into the gala. Not where to go, what the money's used for. There has been no official ask until now. Quite honestly, I'd be surprised if they still had 30 people out of 100 watching 37 minutes into this gala. Let's hear the rest of the pitch.
And when we're allowed to gather again, we'll want to rejoin our communities. We'll want to connect, hug, and the hugger. And we'll want to share our stories. The human mind is built to make meaning of its circumstances through story. That means we're designed needing story. When we gather together in a theater and process story together, this examination allows for clarification, understanding, and hope. When we're all laughing together or crying together, we're comforted by our community and affirmed by our shared experience. Tonight, I'm asking you to give to Taproot Theater Company so that when our doors reopen, we'll be ready to provide a place of gathering for our students and our audiences and for story. Our goal...
Decent ask. I mean, language was pretty good. It was pretty vague, like when we reopen, help us tell stories. I think they could have been a little more specific, but overall, very good.
Our goal tonight is to raise $260,000 for our general fund. That's right.
$260,000. Because of the magic of the internet, we can go to their Classy page and see if they made it. Let's see. Okay, so they did not, and it's been 4 days. So they have raised $165,000, plus almost 166. So they're about $100,000 away from their goal. That's a bummer. But I'll tell you why. It's because they didn't make enough asks, and they didn't share where to go to make a gift often enough. They could have raised more in the first 15 minutes of their gala. That's kind of a missed opportunity for them. I feel bad. Let's keep watching.
$160,000 tonight. The webpage you're using to view this content provides a link here to keep the video going uninterrupted as you donate. Please press that link. Follow the prompts on the page that opens to give a one-time gift or a monthly pledge. If you
Love that they asked for a one-time gift or a monthly pledge for arts organizations and for lots of smaller and mid-sized nonprofits. Monthly giving program is really important. And the more monthly donors you can pick up, the better. So I'm glad they made that ask.
If you prefer to give via pledge, check, or donor advised funds, please click here. And the page that comes up will walk you through how to...
Really like that they have options for pledge, check, and donor advised funds. It's not all credit card based. I personally give through a giving vehicle, and I don't like to pay via credit card. So I love that there's an option here for me, if I was to donate to them, to do that.
How to do that. To see thermometer updates, refresh this page after 8 p.m. and you can see how your table is doing or the overall campaign. If you run into any trouble...
So this is interesting. So Classy is known for doing its peer-to-peer fundraising or doing peer-to-peer fundraising campaigns. And it's obvious that that is the method that they have chosen to go with their gala, is to have board members or table captains or table hosts ask their friends to donate. Unfortunately, it didn't look like it worked because they didn't reach their goal. There may be other factors. I don't know how I feel about that yet. This is the first gala that I'm reviewing that has used this method. I'm gonna have to look into other galas that are doing this. It's an interesting concept. I'm gonna have to noodle on that. I don't have anything concrete to say right now, so let's keep going.
Contact Taproot Theater. Because we'd like you to take the time to deeply consider what you can do to help support the future of Taproot Theater, we're going to take a little musical interlude, and we invite you to listen to this song by Girl Band, featuring Taproot's own education and outreach director, Lindsay Long.
It's been a long, dark night.
So this is the end of my review. There are about 10 minutes left, but it's mostly this song and then some credits rolling. All in all, I think they did a decent job. If you made it to the end, the takeaways are: ask for money often, share your giving website throughout the entire video, and if you have like a joke or a farce going on, make it short and snappy. 4, use transitions clearly, and 5, please don't use Zoom to film your gala. It doesn't look great, the sound quality is not great, the video quality is not great. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Take care, and please subscribe or give this a video a thumbs up if you have not. I'll see you on the flip side.